security. Economic pressure escalates amid diplomatic freeze. Taiwan's fate central to regional stability. Military posturing deepens East Asia tensions. Historic grievances fuel geopolitical clashes.
Hello, you're watching another episode of Explained with me, Asuma Kataoka. What was once a simmering disagreement has now erupted into a full diplomatic freeze as Japan's security stance on Taiwan clashes with China's territorial ambitions. The consequences are beginning to ripple across trade, travel, and international relations. At the heart of this dispute is Taiwan, with Prime Minister Takaichi suggesting that Japan could intervene militarily if China attacked the island. While her statement was intended to reinforce Japan's commitment to regional security, it has sparked one of the most serious clashes between the two nations in years. The fallout has already caused economic disruptions and led to travel warnings, flight cancellations, and a halt in seafood imports, signs that the diplomatic confrontation is far from over. What sparked the rift? The catalyst for this escalating crisis was Prime Minister Takaichi's comments linking Taiwan's security directly with Japan's survival. She stated that if China were to attack Taiwan, it would present a survival-threatening situation for Japan, potentially justifying military intervention. Let's listen in.
我想强调的是，日本首相高市早苗的涉台错误言论，从根本上损害了中日关系的政治基础，激起了中国人民的公愤和谴责。中方严肃敦促日方收回错误言论，停止在涉华问题上制造事端，以实际行动认错纠偏，维护中日关系的政治基础。 如果日方拒不撤回，甚至一错再错，中方将不得不采取严厉坚决的反制措施。据我了解，日方此前承诺履行输华水产品的监管责任，保障产品质量安全，这是日本水产品输华的先决条件。但是日方目前未能提供所承诺的技术材料。 我还想强调的是，近期由于日本首相高市早苗倒行逆施，在台湾等重大问题上错误言论，引起中国民众的强烈公愤。当前形势下，即使日本水产品向中，
Takaichi's remarks were met with strong condemnation from Beijing, which labeled them as egregious and accused Japan of trying to rekindle its militaristic past. China has demanded Japan retract the statement, further inflaming tensions. Escalating rhetoric and threats, the rhetoric surrounding the dispute has only grown more intense. A Chinese diplomat even posted a now deleted threatening comment about cutting off the dirty neck of Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi on social media, a remark that Japan strongly protested. China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs has doubled down, demanding a full retraction of Takaichi's statement and warning of more repercussions if Japan fails to comply. China has warned it may take severe and resolute countermeasures if Japan does not retract what it called wrongful remarks by Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi on Taiwan, which Beijing says undermines the political foundation of bilateral ties, speaking at a news briefing. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning also cited public anger as a reason for a potential ban on all Japanese seafood imports. Let's listen in.
据我了解，日方此前承诺履行输华水产品的监管责任，保障产品质量安全，这是日本水产品输华的先决条件。但是日方目前未能提供所承诺的技术材料。 我还想强调的是，近期由于日本首相高市早苗倒行逆施，在台湾等重大问题上错误言论，引起中国民众的强烈公愤。当前形势下，即使日本水产品向中国出口，也。
In response, Japanese officials have refused to back down, standing firm on the country's position regarding Taiwan. The stark exchange of demands has made it clear that this diplomatic standoff is unlikely to be resolved easily. The economic impact this diplomatic rift is also having serious economic consequences. China has issued a travel advisory warning its citizens against visiting Japan, leading to cancelled group tours and sharp decline in tourism. Japan's retail and tourism stocks have been hit hard as a result. Even more troubling, the impact has extended to trade relations. China's decision to suspend imports of Japanese seafood and halt film approvals signals the growing economic fallout from the dispute. These actions are a clear attempt by China to use economic pressure to force Japan to change its position. Additionally, Japan's economic dependence on China further complicates matters. China is a crucial trade partner for Japan, both as a market for goods and key source of rare earth metals. This economic interdependence adds a layer of complexity to the diplomatic role as both sides navigate the delicate balance between security concerns and economic realities. The broader context of the dispute, this crisis, is, however, more than just Taiwan. It's deeply rooted in long-standing tensions between these two nations, including territorial disputes over the Senkaku, Diaoyu Islands, as well as historical grievances dating back to World War II. But with China's rise as a global power and Japan's evolving security strategy, the stakes are higher than ever. In an attempt to de-escalate the situation, Japan sent a senior official to Beijing for talks. Despite these efforts, the meeting did not yield any significant breakthrough. Liu Jingsong, head of China's Asia Affairs Department, has expressed dissatisfaction with Japan's stance, and no resolution appears to be on the horizon. With both sides entrenched in their positions, the diplomatic impasse remains. The significance of Taiwan is Japan's security strategy. The Taiwan issue is central to Japan's national security concerns, while Japan has historically taken a more cautious stance on military involvement. The potential fall of Taiwan to China could shift the balance of power in the Pacific region, directly threatening Japan's security. Japan's increasingly vocal support for Taiwan is part of a broader trend of Japan reasserting its role as a security player in East Asia, much to China's discomfort. China's power play. China's reaction to Japan's remarks reflects its growing assertiveness on the world stage. With Taiwan a key issue in China's foreign policy, Beijing views any statement of support for Taiwan's autonomy as a direct challenge to its sovereignty. The diplomatic threats and economic measures are, in part, a way for China to push back against what it perceives as Japan's meddling in a sensitive issue. For Japan, the Taiwan issue is not just a matter of regional stability, but a direct challenge to its own security. Japan's defense strategy is evolving in response to China's rising military power. Takaichi's comments may reflect a broader shift in Japan's defense posture, which has included increasing military spending and expanding security partnerships with other democracies, including the United States and Australia. In the weeks ahead, the world will be watching to see how China and Japan navigate this increasingly volatile situation. While both sides have expressed a willingness to engage diplomatically, the underlying issues, Taiwan security and regional power dynamics, makes this highly sensitive conflict. The road to resolution will be complex, and its outcome could reshape the balance of power in the Asia-Pacific for years to come.
Japan-China dispute intensifies over Taiwan security. Economic pressure escalates amid diplomatic freeze. Taiwan's fate central to regional stability. Military posturing deepens East Asia tensions. Historic grievances fuel geopolitical clashes.